Hey guys, it's the Gym Bandit. I'm actually here on a fresh account. I'm actually going to be showing you guys today how to start off and how to get the best and fastest start in this game that you possibly can, because a lot of people who are new to the game, it takes a good bit of time for them to farm up to the more expensive cages. And with this method, I found it's really fast. So your first thing is you start off only with a wooden cage and your cage remove tool. So we're going to start by just putting down the first cage. Now, the game has additionally given us $10 so we can buy another wooden cage. So we are going to buy that cage, and we're going to try and stick this cage because we don't have the money for the bait to do the stacking. We're just going to try and put it in a valid place wherever it'll let us, that is right on top of or even glitched into the first box. So we're going to collect that, and then we're going to sell them, and we're just going to collect and sell and collect and sell. And every time we get $10, we are going to buy a new wooden cage. This is what we're going to do. We're just going to keep buying wooden cages. Now you can buy up to, or you're allowed to have 150 cages going at any given time. So what you want to do is you really want to buy just as many cages as you can at the very beginning. And the fastest way to collect from those cages when they get full is to have them either stacked on top of each other using the stack glitch, or to have them glitched into each other as much as you possibly can. And this is how we're going to make money as fast as possible. So what you're going to do is every time you get $10, you're just going to buy new cages. And, you know, we are going to start just with the wooden cages. And we are just going to get probably like 10 or 20 of them down before we try and go up to the rusty cages. And then we're just going to do that. And once you get more and more money, we will delete the wooden cages and keep placing rusty cages. And then eventually we will delete the rusty cages and we'll place the plastic cages. And then from the plastic cages, we'll go up to the iron cages, and so on and so forth. And you're just going to keep doing that until you farm enough money to get your shark cages and crystal cages. And then eventually you'll be able to work up into the diamond cages and the moonlight cages and the sunshine cages. And that is your late game cage system for this game. So like $45. So look, we're just going to buy every wooden crate cage that we can find. Now this video may be a little bit longer than normal. Maybe at a certain point I'll do like a speed up. Grab one more. So there's a lot to really cover in this game. It's not it's not all that difficult. It's really not a difficult game to play. And starting out, you just kind of, you want the bigger cages right away. So you'd have a tendency to not buy the wooden cages, and you're just kind of waiting and waiting and waiting. And I'm going to tell you guys that, like, it's not the way to do it. Alright? You want to just buy, sell, get more cages. The more cages you have, the more money you are going to make. So don't worry about saving money at the beginning. Just focus on getting as many cages down as you possibly can. And this is it. This is just the strategy. It is as simple as soon as everything is caught, when things come up, you're just going to go right to the sell all. Your chances of getting anything overly good at the very beginning fish-wise to save for your fishbowl, it's pretty slim. So unless you catch a legendary or like an epic or a legendary, I would just go straight into selling all. Now, oh, look, we just got a random, we got a little lucky on that one. We got a golden mutation on that cage. And sometimes that'll happen. I think whenever you get a mutation on a cage, it just gives you a little bit of a higher percentage chance of catching fish with whatever mutation the cage has. So I think like that golden wooden cage I put down, like you just have a higher chance of catching golden fish from that cage. And this is literally, yeah, see? Golden crab. And now that gold crab, that may... I can't remember, do we have to unlock the fishbowl or is it automatically unlocked? Okay, so that gold crab, we'll place that in the aquarium. And that's going to make us only a little tiny bit of money. It's really not. Okay. It's not worth keeping in the aquarium, so I was kind of hoping that with the mutated fish it might have been worth a little more, but I guess not. And you can just spam click E or spam tap to pick up your fish at this point, or you can just hit the collect buttons. It really won't make much of a difference. You pick up pretty quick because these only have a limit of 2 fish per crate. What do we have? We have 7 of these cages now. You can only keep 10 cages in your inventory at once. So, like, if you have a good chunk of money, go ahead and buy upwards of 10 and then go put them down, and then you can go buy 10 more and so on. But yeah, this is what you just need to do to focus on. Like, this is your starting way to play here. See, we're gonna sell all of those, and like we might be able to get our first rusty cage soon. I don't know. See, like right now it's like we could, save up for the rusty cage, or we could buy, like 10 of these wooden cages, and the best option, 10 cages is always going to beat buying one. So this is what we're going to do. We got 8 more. We're going to put all 8 of these down. Then we'll collect all the other fish again. Just going to try and squeeze them in. Collect, and like this is what we're doing. Collect and sell, and then more cages. More is more. The thing that's annoying is, like, these wooden cages, they do only hold 2, but going up to the rusty cages, like, they only hold 3 each. So, like 100 of these wooden cages are gonna hold 200 fish, but 100 rusty cages are only gonna hold 300. So it's not even like it's a big upgrade in between. If it was like, oh, they hold 5 or something, then it would be like a lot more, going from like 2 fish to 5 fish per cage. But the fact that they only hold 1 additional fish for each cage, and they're, $490 more than the wooden cage, it's just a bit much, And you hold a lot of fish per inventory, so like it's almost... It's just kind of more annoying that you have to go around collecting all, like, as much. It's a lot of, like, clicking and spamming, and that's kind of what starting off in this game is going to be. But it's fun. Like, for me, I find that it takes you know, a lot of attention to just walk around, and I don't know, it's kind of like mind numbing. But this is the go-to strategy. This is literally it. I think we're to a point now where you can kind of see what I'm talking about, what you need to do. It's really not that difficult. Don't be afraid to just have your beach littered with cages. See, look, boom, now first rusty cage right there, and now we can, you know, we can put this anywhere. We'll just stick it like right here somewhere, right at the beginning. See, and this one here only catches 3, where the wooden one catches 2. It's, you know, it is what it is. You're ideally better off with a lot of these wooden crates at the very beginning. So I would try, yeah, like I would try here to focus more so on probably getting like 100 of these wooden crates down like this, just to collect. So you'll be able to pick things up. Like you'll be able to be getting a lot of fish, like a lot of inventory worth of fish sold, like picked up and sold really fast. And we're just gonna keep buying some more woodens, you know. This is what we do. And we'll go put these down, and then we're gonna see, this is what we're doing. We're just gonna keep farming, and this is all this game is, you know. It's another like RNG where you're gonna get random fish in your cages. Better cages mean better fish, but a lot of people like that I've talked to, or anybody I'm playing in servers with, something I've noticed a lot in the text chats is that, you know, a lot of people complain like, hey, how do I make money faster? Or like, why is it taking me so long? Like, how did you get all these huge crates? Like, how did you get all these cages that are worth like $10 million or $20 million when I've been playing for like a whole day and I can only get these cheap cages? And this is what I did. This was literally my go-to method, was to just put a lot of cages down. Like use what the game is letting you put down. Like their limit is 150 cages, so get all 150 cages down. Oh, see, I have a bunch of these on my other account, the Moonlight Cage. They're really good. You get some massive fish in those. But see, like, we have enough now. We can get a couple more cages. We'll buy some woodens. We'll get this rusty one. You know, more. Just keep it going. Also, I will tell you that on my usual account, on my Gym Bandit, you know, I do have the collect all button. I do have VIP. VIP gives you 25% more catching speed, but I only bought the VIP recently. But yeah, it gives you 25% more catching speed, and it gives you 25% more value, and that's pretty much it. 25% more luck, yeah. And yeah, everything else is just regular. The collect all button, it's really not worth the Roblox, sorry. 199 for it. Literally picks things up like just the same way you would. It just kind of like, it gives you one at a time like this. It's like it just kind of goes around pressing E for you to pick them up. And it's you know, I don't know. I kind of assumed when I bought it, it was going to be like a faster, like it was going to collect everything, like fill my inventory every time I press the button, but it didn't. So unfortunately, it was a bit of a letdown on that. But you know what? I enjoy the game. I don't mind supporting it. So I kind of like to, what I normally like to do is I like spending Robux in games that I enjoy, you know, to support those games and the people who create them. And that kind of makes the game better because it gives them money to like invest more in like future updates and things like that. So you never really know what new content is going to bring. because they're making some money off the game and they're enjoying it, and it's a lot of those things. See, look, we got a full inventory. We're just gonna sell all, and we're gonna keep picking it up. And like, this is just how fast, you know. This didn't take that long. This is maybe like not even 10 minutes, and you know, we're already up to over $1,000. You know, we've got a couple of these rusty cages going. We can get more. What are the plastics? The plastics are, I think, 4,500 each. Look at this. We can get, what? Can we get a third? Yeah, look at that. Boom. So now we just bought 3 rusty cages. Like, this is how fast we're moving already here. You know, we're out of the wooden cages already. We're into the rusty cages. It doesn't take long. It doesn't take long. You're just... And then once you hit your limit of cages, you'll start destroying wooden cages and replacing them all with... Like, every time you buy a rusty cage, delete a wooden one to make room for the rusty cage. And then eventually, whenever you fill out rusty cages and you're going with plastic cages, eventually just go and start deleting the one rusty cage every time you're placing a plastic cage, and you're just gonna keep doing that. That's all this game is. That's all you have to do. Just fill out your plot with cages as much as you can, as fast as you can. Collect your fish between runs. Buy more cages. Place more cages. Get more fish. It's very rinse and repeat. It's very repetitive, but it is a lot of fun. It's a game that you can just kind of kill time with and enjoy. It's not a competition. You're not, you know, there's no PvP. There's nobody stealing your stuff. It's just mind-numbing fun. It lets you pass a bit of time. You can enjoy yourself, and I think that's the beautiful thing about this game, is that you don't really have to do a whole lot. You can maybe watch TV or something while you're playing. Have something on in the background and just look at your fish and collect them every, say, few minutes. So it's not... Oh, yeah. Okay. So this is where you start getting the mutations for elixirs. So now we just got this big blood moon crab, and like, we are going to put this in the aquarium, and I don't care if it's worth any money or not. We have $34 an hour. It's okay, but why am I putting it in the aquarium is because I don't want to sell it right now. I don't need it in my inventory right now, and we don't have the elixir area unlocked. It costs money to unlock the area, so put it there. That'll save us from accidentally selling it. But this is the strategy, man. This is it. This is how I did it. And this is why, like, if you've only got like 5 cages, like 5 wooden cages down, and you're trying to get up to like plastic cages or whatever, it's going to take you hours and hours and hours. Just, you know, put down as many as you can and you'll be there in like no time. Like, we're almost already able to afford our first plastic cage if we wanted it. And look at this. What are we going to buy here? 4 irons? 5. See? Or not irons, rusties. So there we go. Look, 5 rusty cages. So now, like, 5 rusty cages as opposed to wooden. You know, 5 wooden cages, they're going to let you pick up 10 fish. 5 rusty cages, that's 15. So you're adding that bonus few fish. You know, and like, it makes a little bit of a difference, you know. It doesn't change a whole lot, but you know, like, another thing too is you can kind of get in a pile of these things and just spam click E, and like, it'll pick up almost everything that's like around you. And then you just got to pay attention for that like little thing that pops up when it says like, oh, your inventory is full. It's like some red text that pops up down here somewhere once your inventory, there it is, no more space in your inventory, and it'll keep popping up every time. if you fill out and try and pick up a fish. But yeah, like you eventually you'll just kind of get to a point where you're just kind of spam clicking to pick stuff up, and things are literally getting caught faster than you can click, and that's kind of when you know you're making good money, is when you have enough cages that, like, by the time you sell them, you come back and there's a pile of more cages up. This is how you know you're making money now. And this is how you're gonna get, like, your big cages fast. This is it. There's no... It's not like a huge secret. It's just, you know, buy more to get more, you know? That's the whole premise, I think, of this game. Is the more you have, the more you're gonna make. The more you spend, the more you make. And, you know, obviously you tend to get, like, the better the cage, the bigger the cage, the better the fish you're going to get. The little bit higher of a chance of a mutation and things like that. So, yeah, you're going to get better fish in rusty cages than you're going to get in wooden cages. That's just going to be part of it. But, you know, like, look, we're already up. We're able to afford our first, like, plastic cage pretty much now. Like, once these fish sell that are in the shop. So, once we see a plastic cage, we will buy one. Once one comes our way, there's one. See, 4,500, boom, we already got our first one. And now, just like that, first plastic is going down. And now the plastic holds 5. The plastic is a good upgrade from the wooden, you know, from 2 all the way to 5. So from 2 to 3 to 5. So instead of going up 1, you get to go up 2 more. And that's kind of what you want. So I think I'm going to end the video here. This is kind of just a tutorial on how to make as much money as fast as you can, especially starting off. And like I said, I think it's pretty straightforward. Hopefully this kind of helped you guys. There's every time there's not a whole lot of content I can really make on cage fishing right now. I'm trying to explain, like, the new events as they come, but you know, that's every, like, couple weeks. So I'm gonna look for some more Roblox games to make some stuff about and see what you guys like, you know? But this is the Gym Bandit, and that's all for this video. Please like, subscribe, you know, drop some comments, any questions you guys have. If I can help, I can. I'll happily help. And you guys have a good one.